So, today we have Officer Keith Kwiatek on Off the Cuff. Keith, welcome to the show, buddy.
How are you, sir? Good.
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. Can't complain.
How long have you been with us now?
8.5 years.
8.5 years. How did that happen? Tell me. Where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to school? When did you become interested in law enforcement? And then you end up here in the fine city of Summit. Tell us your story.
Born in Raritan Borough.
Right.
Went to Bridgeville Raritan High School. I graduated high school in 2004. In college, went to multiple schools. Went to Kane University where I played baseball.
Oh, he'll go on about baseball forever. All right.
Well, I did win a national championship in 2007, but we'll talk about
did you?
that.
Okay, we'll talk about that on another show.
We'll talk about that.
No, go ahead.
No, but and when I was in college, I always attracted to helping people out. Always been a leader. Always been like the father figure to my friends. I take care of my little brother.
Right.
Always been that type of person. So I always was an attraction between a teacher or a police officer. Graduated college with a teaching degree. Thought that's what I wanted to do. Got into a teaching job at Bridgeville Raritan. Filled in for per diem. Right. Realized that this wasn't for me. Applied to Somerset Police Academy. Got accepted as an all-throughout candidate in the class of 2010, and got hired here February 21st, 2012.
How do you like that? God had a plan for you.
Yes, sir.
Here with us. Well, we're glad to have you, buddy.
Thank you.
So, 8.5 years. What was your role with us for your first 8.5 years? Because you have a different one now. We're going to get into that.
Okay. I was a patrol officer on various shifts. My first couple of years I was night, and now I've been on days 7 to 6.
7 to 6. And what happened to you just a couple of weeks ago, very recently?
I got put into the Community Policing Bureau. I do all the community relations, all the events where the police department is interacting with the public.
Perfect job for you, Keith Kwiatek. Perfect job. So, also, what about DARE? You've been teaching DARE for a little while now.
Yes, I've been. I went to DARE school 2 years ago. I've been teaching DARE. I just completed my second full year. I'm excited. Love being around the classroom. It's almost. My mom's actually excited because she didn't waste all that money going to college to get a teaching degree.
Right. So
but
you're back in the classroom.
Yes, I enjoy the kids. I love them. I believe that's the most important, interacting with the kids, is because they are the future of this community. They're the future of this country.
Right.
It's more in the lines of, I always explain to them, molding this uniform, melting it away, so they just see me as a human being, not just as a man in uniform.
Right. Very good. What are some of the programs outside of DARE teaching the kids about, drugs and alcohol and how to stay away from it? You got some other great programs there, such as the OM3D.
Yes.
So what is that?
So the high school puts that on with various other departments helping out, where it's a simulated crash, indicating distracted driving, teens under the influence of alcohol, what could happen. They go from a simulated crash where multiple people are fatalities. They go through the process. Somebody gets arrested, knows what it's like to go to trial for a manslaughter charge, to the point of the parents are involved, where they are notified by us. We go to the home and say that their child was passed away during a motor vehicle accident. It's to bring awareness that alcohol has an impact on the way people drive. Texting has an impact on the way people drive. And why the importance of understanding these things, that this is a possibility. Every day you get into a car, if you're distracted, you're under the influence, that these are things that could possibly happen to you. So they put them through that, and it's an experience that I believe that it's wonderful, because it shows them exactly what could happen to them when they turn that car on.
So this OM3D really drives it home into the kids' minds and hearts and lives.
Yes.
Where they'll hopefully refrain and know the severity and the consequences of operating a motor vehicle, being distracted, whether it's a phone or under the influence of alcohol or anything else. Great work. Keep on doing what you're doing, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
That's fantastic. Of the uttermost importance. Thank you. Other programs that you're involved with?
We're going to, it's always been here, Teens and Police Together. It's a program that's run through the school that I am actually going to a class in a couple weeks to be able to educate the thing, to bring an understanding of something besides DARE. After DARE, we only teach DARE in 5th grade, to have more interaction with the police department beyond 5th grade.
Great idea.
And then we have a Share the Keys program, which is something that we involve the parents in. Usually they have to participate in the thing to be able to get a parking pass for the high school. They come in, it's a program run by an outdoor agency. It's something that's the state of New Jersey funds it.
Hold on, back up. What do you mean they got to come to the high school to get a? How does it work?
So they have to go. The parents have to show up. The parents are involved with this. It's a program run by an outdoor agency that basically shows them what distracted driving does, the importance of telling your teens that they don't text and drive. It shows parents, a video actually that they go through actually shows a family that actually lost their daughter. She was texting, and then she fatally crashed her vehicle because of the text. And it shows you how that text can wait, and it shows the understanding of the importance of stressing that to your kids.
Right.
Also, not just under the influence of alcohol, it's just more in the lines of texting, because that's something technology is a wonderful thing if you use it the right way.
If you use it the right way, which is key. So you guys are running with that one.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. I'm glad we are. How about Coffee with a Cop? We just recently, community policing program.
A couple weeks ago, we had it at Batavia. Where my understanding and goal and opportunity is that one in the spring and fall. Chief Kwiatek was adamant about getting us out there, getting us in the shops, having people more comfortable, because a lot of people don't interact with the police. Not everybody gets pulled over. Not everybody calls 911 or interacts with us on an everyday basis. There's a nice understanding of having that shake the hands, meeting us in a peaceful environment, understanding and say, hey, how are you? My name is...
Well, how do people find out about Coffee with a Cop?
Obviously, Nikki Griffin does a wonderful job. She takes care of the social media. We advertise it on our social media pages.
Right.
Whatever business that we were doing or coffee shop we're doing it, they advertise it on their social media. We get out to the public. We usually do it about a month in advance before we do the event, so now people are more aware that it's coming along, so we can get it out there. So the more people, the better. The more interaction, they get a nice little cup that says Coffee with a Cop. That said they had and then it's just nice understanding of meeting all of us in a peaceful environment, really.
How about future plans with the community policing? What else do you have going on in the future? It hasn't launched yet, but a different idea that you have.
So with the new beautiful community center that was just built on Morris Avenue, I would like to have maybe open basketball with the high school students. I know that from 6 to 8, I believe it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, the high school kids play there. I'd like to get us more involved with that, to have us play. I mean, I'm not the best basketball player. I probably shot more bricks.
I know, I've seen you play. No, but you're a great baseball player.
But I probably shot more bricks than this building has. But it's something more than interacting with us, and because I believe that us interacting with the teens is important, because, like I said, they are the future of this community, their future of the country. So I feel like at that time, the more we can interact with them and they see us, the better relationship we could have in the future, not only now, but in the future.
Well, Keith, I got to tell you, working days myself, I see you. Inside of headquarters, what you're doing and how you're preparing to help make Summit a better place to live, educate our children, and just make it a more enjoyable atmosphere. And I'm very impressed, the chief's very impressed, and you're a real asset to the community policing program. And there couldn't be a better guy in there to be in there right now to do what you're doing. Keep on doing what you're doing with the kids, building relationships, and I want to encourage everybody again, when you see an officer in town, you have your children with you, please approach us, introduce yourselves. We want to get to know each and every one of you. The community policing program is dear to each and every one of our hearts, and we just want to continue to reach out to you, but we welcome you to reach out to us as well. You also just came off of the Unity Tour again.
Yes.
The Police Unity Tour.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So it's a bike ride held on Mother's Day weekend. It's supposed to bring awareness to fallen officers not only in New Jersey but across the country.
Right.
It's a program where they fund a wall is put up, a memorial is put up in Washington, D.C.
It's a big memorial,
Yes.
just like the World War II, Vietnam Memorial.
Yes.
It's huge, right?
Yes. So it updates every fallen officer across the country.
Right.
They get their name placed on it. It's an emotional ride because you have a lot of survivors, not only police officers, but I rode next to a wife of a fallen Detroit officer that fell. This was her first time. She was able to, he died 2 years ago, and this was the first time she rode in his honor, and the kids were at the thing, and it kind of gets you a little bit choked up because unfortunately my life is not, my job is to protect people. My job is not to worry about my own, and that's the ultimate sacrifice, and it's honoring them. There's a museum that they fund the money as well to have the opportunity to be able to go to a museum, understand from the beginning how we went from in the 1800s to where we are today, technology-wise, how police departments have grown, how community policing became not only a individual thing, but an initiative for police departments to bridge the gap between the community and the police department. I believe that it brings awareness to what is right. The ultimate sacrifice, the things that people don't want to talk about, it helps fund money for these children to be able to go to colleges, that families that when they pass away, if that was the only income, to be able to supply them with an income so they could be able to maintain somewhat of a life after death.
Well, Keith, keep on doing what we're doing. I'm excited. We're excited to have you in this new role, full-time position of community policing officer. Wish you all the best. Keep on helping us do what we do to take care of each and every one of you. Thanks again, Keith, for being on the show. God bless.
Thank you,
Look
sir.
forward to having you back soon, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Wish you all
Yes,
the best.
thank you.